Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. We have an interesting article here. I think it's interesting. Interesting subject. The article is coming from CNET. I will link it for you down below in the description. If you would like to check it out on your own, you'll be able to do so by clicking on that link. So the topic here, which is going to be debatable, by the way, there's going to be one side of the room that agrees. There's going to be one side of the room that disagrees. And then you're going to have some people just kind of in the middle that aren't really sure. They kind of agree, but they disagree. They're weighing the pros and cons, the benefits, and all that good stuff. I'm kind of like the guy in the middle. I'm the guy in the middle based on this, topic here, because I don't think anything beats fiber as far as, the reliability and the speed and the strength of the actual performance in the network. But then I kind of understand why we're going to talk about what we're talking about here, which the headline is Wireless Internet Surpasses Cable and Fiber in New Customer Satisfaction Survey. So cost and convenience were the main benefits of wireless home internet from providers like T-Mobile and Verizon. So what are we talking about here, folks? Fixed wireless access, right? That good stuff that many of you either love, hate, or are kind of in the middle, right? The middleman. So they're saying if you want to be a happier internet customer, get rid of the cables. A new survey from J.D. Power found that customer satisfaction has skyrocketed for fixed wireless internet providers, surpassing even fiber internet, long considered the gold standard, of course, for speed and reliability. So they're saying, we've seen plenty of ads over the past few years hyping up internet options like T-Mobile Home Internet and Verizon 5G Home Internet. They're different from the stodgy old internet providers. The ads say with no surprise hikes, hidden fees, or equipment charges. And it says that, their customers agree. They're feeling it. They're really feeling it. They're saying even though fixed wireless internet rarely reaches the same top speeds as cable or fiber, advancements in 5G technology over the past several years have significantly improved wireless internet's latency and reliability. J.D. Power told CNET that a lot of the concerns that they had about fixed wireless access were that it's just never going to be as fast as fiber. That's coming from Carl Lepper at J.D. Power, Senior Director of Technology, Media, and Telecommunications within the firm. Looks like Carl goes on to say, but for a lot of people, affordability trumps that. And it's not often that you need super fast speeds depending on how you're using your internet. Add that to the simplified pricing that wireless providers offer, and you have to start to see why wireless scored higher in customer satisfaction than any other type of connection. They're saying that J.D. Power's survey broke fixed wireless internet into two groups, 5G home internet and 4G LTE internet. AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon all offer both 5G and 4G LTE service. They're saying, of course, the one you get will depend on where you live, so location-based. Speeds on the 4G LTE networks are usually a fraction of the 5G speeds. T-Mobile, for example, says 4G download speeds typically max out around 68 megabytes per second, while its 5G network goes up to 418 megabytes per second. But even with those slower speeds, 4G LTE home internet customers still had roughly the same customer satisfaction scores as cable, so they were still happy with that. All right, price and convenience are wireless internet's main assets. So, of course, the study found that 5G home internet was roughly on par with fiber performance on reliability. That's a pretty shocking finding on its own. Fiber's primary selling point is its superior speed and consistency. They're saying that customers are saying that they're not seeing much of a difference. Now, that is location based. If you're also in a very highly populated area, if you live in a huge city, if you lived in Manhattan, or if you lived in downtown Los Angeles, Hollywood, there's so many people there, right? That's like the main attraction of those cities and of those states. So, of course, you're going to notice like congestion up the ass on networks when you're testing in those areas, but they're tested all around. So it's really interesting stuff here. They're saying that fixed wireless particularly stood out on cost of service. 5G home internet led fiber in cost of service, by more than 60 points, roughly the same differential as the first and last place providers in J.D. Power's study of internet providers in the North Central region. So there is a graph here, which you guys will be able to see if you click on the link. But basically, it has, a bunch of scores here. Then it has the index score for AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. So a lot of good stuff here. I'm trying to see if there's really anything else that I want to touch on, or if I'm just going to leave it for you guys if you want to read. I think that's really about it. So basically, like I said, this is going to be very opinionated, highly opinionated. Now, let's be clear. In most cases, if you stack up the two, if you do if you're in a good area for Fios, let's say, and you're in a good area for, Verizon's 5G home internet, and you test both, you're most likely going to see much, much better speeds or more consistent speeds in as far as latency is judged, ping is judged, all that within your area on fiber than if you were to test 5G home internet. Needless to say, do you care about that? Do you need the speed that fiber offers, right? Do you need to pay, I don't know, $60 a month for 500 megabytes per second? Or can you pay maybe $40 for T-Mobile's 5G home internet if they're good in your area? Or the same thing with Verizon's 5G home internet, which, I gotta be honest, like, they're not that cheap anymore, right? The prices on 5G home internet are kind of getting high, and they're almost as expensive in some ways as fiber now. But fiber will continue to raise their price. And then, of course, home internet will continue to do that as well. So something will have to be worked out. But there's a lot of promotions that go on with 5G home internet coming from T-Mobile, coming from Verizon. Verizon's like the king of giving away gifts and perks to get you to sign up for their 5G home internet service. We know this, right? Anyone that's following knows that Verizon will give you $200. They'll give you an Xbox. They'll give you whatever it is to get you signed up. And T-Mobile, they'll throw in a TV, some security cameras, some money here and there. So both carriers are working it. They're working the system. They're working us. They're trying to entice us, which is what their job is to do. Give the customer more perks to entice them to sign up. That's what it's all about. That's what we want. We want that. We're going to sign up anyway. Give us more reasons to sign up. Give us some gifts. We all love the gifts, right? So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's about convenience. That's the biggest reason why a lot of people are doing this. And, if you live in some kind of rented apartment, whether it's, a basement or whatever, you may not be able to just get fiber in there, right? It may not work right. You may not have permission to even have cables put up. It could be a problem for you. Your landlord may not like it. It may be aggravating for you as well. Or you could be in an area that doesn't support fiber. And there's a lot of people that aren't able to get their hands on fiber. And, to be honest, they don't really need it. People are looking to save whatever money they can save. And I do believe that. Like, I'll say that a million times when I talk about these types of subjects. I'll say it again. People do get tired of overpaying. And if they don't need it, they're most likely going to pass it by, right? They're going to look for the affordable option that suits their needs, that works just fine for them. And especially, like I said, with all the perks coming along with it, they're fine with that. They're perfectly fine with it. As always, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.